All right, well, welcome everybody to our second episode with our first guest of the show that we like to call "Do You Mind If I Called You a Bitch?" That's a very important question in the Black community, especially when it comes down to Black women, and we're going to find that out periodically throughout different weeks, talking to different women. And we have a woman here today, but first, before we introduce her, we have my co-host, the woman who I actually got the tea from out of her own life last week, which was much funnier than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be way more serious, but it was pretty hilarious. But my sister in the Lord, my sister in Christ, and
you be killing me with that.
my sister in the Christ and in the club with me all day long, Tanesha Tawny Martin.
Hey y'all. No, but so I'm just gonna jump right into it and introduce my friend, my sister, Adriana. She goes by Dri Styles. I'm gonna let her tell y'all her social media platforms because she is a YouTuber and a vlogger, all of those good things. So go ahead, Adriana. Let them know who you be.
I mean, of course. I have mad stacks of social media handles. You know, we'll start with the whole YouTube, Dreamy Diamonds, of course. Definitely check your girl out on there. Facebook, I'm on there. Dri Styles, of course, as easy as it sounds. And you know, everything else, you just follow me from there. I mean, I don't really know Snapchat and all that off the dome, so I can't really be all that. But if you follow me on other stuff, that's where I mainly be at, like in IG. Dreamy Diamonds _ that's what it is. Yeah, boo. Yeah, I'll give y'all life, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey,
no, go ahead.
I thought she was about to say I got stacks and stacks of money. Like,
I mean, you know, speaking into existence.
I did too. Like I didn't know social media handles was gonna follow that. I thought it was gonna be but no, that's dope.
Girl, G, I got stacks and stacks of money. I'm like, whoop.
Sheesh, whoop.
So what type of content is on like your YouTube channel and stuff?
Well, when I'm on my YouTube, I want to switch it. I've been trying to switch it up, do more inspirational, but for the most part, I do like lifestyle. I do fashion. I do makeup. I do hair tutorials. So just trying to like enlarge in my brand, and I feel like God giving me so many talents, so it's hard to hone in on just one. But yeah, I mean, I'm just myself with an extra splash of sauce on there, so it's definitely entertaining. There's nothing dry about it. No shake to others.
Right. No, that's pretty interesting that you said that. When you're saying that, like God gave you so many talents, and it's hard to like kind of, I guess, narrow down to one. Humbly speaking, I know what that feels like. Because if anybody knows me, I've done a lot of things in life, and but if you had to, I guess, choose one, just right here, right now, which one would you choose if you could only choose one?
If I could only choose one, I would definitely say hair. That's always been my passion since I was a little girl. For sure. Like from like, I mean, you know, I love cooking and I do want to have my own restaurants and things, but I mean, I can go out and get me a nice burger and live life, but hair is like all, like, I mean, I'm like a kid in the candy store when it comes down to hair. So yeah, definitely hair.
You ain't got none on these color purples I done braided in my hair. I did these myself.
Well, they look nice. They're skills now. DIYs, they look nice.
That's hilarious. Yeah. And so you're still in Jacksonville?
No, I've relocated to Charlotte, North Carolina. I've been here
Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay.
Now. Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, I've been in Florida too long. I had to go and spread my wings, and get up out of there. Yeah.
No, that's real. So how you liking Charlotte?
I love it. Like I say it all the time. Like even if I wake up and I don't do nothing but go to the corner store, like I just love being in Charlotte because you get all the seasons and stuff. And Florida is like hot year round. Y'all know that. Like and it's beautiful. And I love it how it's like turning into like a chocolate city and there's so many young Black people doing great things, and Black love and so many opportunities and stuff. It's just, I love it. Like, I
Gotcha.
love it. It reminds me of Atlanta, but like slower and more family
For sure.
oriented.
For
So
sure. For sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Atlanta is about as fast paced as you'll get as far as like them southern states like Georgia,
Yeah, the
Mississippi, North
South.
Carolina.
Yeah.
But if you go to other places in Georgia, it's just as slow paced and
Yeah.
a little more country. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, another part.
Yeah. No, that's. I'm trying to think. Have I ever? I don't know if I ever been in Charlotte like that. Like I've definitely been there, but I think I've always kind of just passed through either like traveling, like driving, or maybe at the airport, like in a layover. But I'm not sure if I ever was like in Charlotte. I don't know if I.
Yeah, I
gotta
love
check it out.
Yeah,
So,
you do.
but that's not so. How far is that from you, Tanesha? That can't be what, like a 4-hour drive or something.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
about 4 or
5
5.
hours.
Yeah.
Tanesha,
To hop in the
are you listening to music or something? Like why you bobbing?
I'm a singer. I was singing something in my head though. I can't.
Wow.
But it's like 4 to 5 hours.
Gotcha.
Like 4 to 5 hours.
Have y'all made that trip since y'all been in these?
We have planned it. We've already been planning so many. Like we said, we have to connect.
When we do.
Yeah.
Nope.
When we do. Boy, oh boy.
Niggas.
Yeah,
Y'all
trouble.
Hey, if y'all want to plan a trip, I'm gonna show y'all some people who desperate right now. Look at this.
Cool.
Look at Las Vegas got 4 days and 3 nights for $69 per couple.
What?
That's for 2 people. 4 days and 3 nights.
We can buy now for a later date.
Yeah, right.
I just seen this post today, so it's definitely new. And this went down because a month ago it was at $99 for that same deal.
Lord, we finna be in some trouble.
Yes, right.
Lord,
right. Oh my gosh.
Vegas is desperate.
No.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So here we go.
All right.
Here we go.
Here we go. Go to somebody.
Just like a black man. We try to give him a chance. No,
try to give him an opportunity,
He want to show
it. He don't know how to act. He don't know how to act.
I don't know how to act. Mom.
That's hilarious. Well, Tanesha, we're gonna mute you until you get rid of your child. I'm gonna ask Adriana this first. Did you have a question for Adriana before I asked her, or do you?
No, but my child is gone now. Don't do me.
Oh, okay.
Don't do me.
Team mama.
Let me tell you something. Don't do me or my child. Okay. Now I love you now.
Moms all day now.
I didn't say you had to go. I didn't say you had to go. We just was gonna mute you. We just was gonna mute you because you had a black man who ain't know that. No, I'm just kidding. All right,
but be quiet. If I bring my baby back out here,
right?
Just hold him in front of this camera. All right. So Adriana, so how many places have you lived besides North Carolina and Florida? Like, is that it as far as different states?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I traveled a lot when I was a jit, but I don't remember that, subconscious part of life. So yeah, just Florida and Charlotte. I lived in Atlanta for a little bit, but I didn't really vibe with it. I was in high school, so and yeah, so I've been in the South basically my whole life.
So I guess what I was going to ask is, I guess in reference to like the overall experience, nothing in particular, no particular category, but just overall experience as a black woman in the 2 different states. Like, is there a difference, and if so, in what way?
I would say at first I noticed the difference when it comes down to North Carolina. People are a little bit more they're more hospitable, and it's becoming a little bit more it was shocking at first, because in Florida, it's we're hospitable, but then it's like, no, what you looking at?
Quick
So
question before you go
yeah.
on. Have you, as far as Florida, have you only lived in Jacksonville or have you lived in other cities?
No, I've lived in Miami. But that was when I was a kid because my dad played for the Dolphins.
Okay.
And I've lived in Daytona. I've lived in
But
Tampa. So yeah.
but this overall census it covers all of these cities for Florida as a whole. Gotcha.
I think so. I mean, the worst part I've experienced as a whole, well, not a whole, but would be Miami. Like, I mean, that's the worst. I mean, they just treat you
What
like garbage.
was it the Negroes specifically, or was it the Latinos as well?
Oh no, it was everybody else.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, the Haitians, and no offense, I love them, but listen, it's like in Miami, if you're not something, you're nothing.
Gotcha.
Like,
That's real. That's real.
yeah.
But does North Carolina? I'm assuming doesn't have many, I guess, foreign black people, if that's a word, like as far as islanders or whatever. It's just
Yeah,
kind of
no,
African American.
they have more authentic Africans, like people from like Ghana and like
Okay.
Liberia and stuff like that, but not like Jamaicans and Haitians that we're used to,
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're saying so in North Carolina, like that experience as a whole, like being a black woman there, so I get that it's good, but is it good in the sense of because like you don't feel mistreated, or is it good also in the sense of because it can be progressive as well?
I think it's more so it can be progressive. Being in the South, either way, I mean, you still notice a lot of the, subliminal racism or stereotypes anyway,
Mm-hmm.
especially on my day-to-day job. But I think as far as opportunities and, like you said, more progressive ways of life definitely is better. And I think the good thing about it though is that you still experience it, but you have more people that are more conscious of, showing you the other side, like, surprisingly holding the door open for you when you're going in. It's like, oh,
Right.
hey, mister,
Right.
thank you,
Right. Right.
I'll help you with that. Well, thank you, mister.
So that actually leads to a good question, because I asked Tanesha this last week. And so do you think, and I don't know if we ever figured out how to pronounce this word properly, but I don't know if it's chivalry or chivalry, but whichever one it is, do you think that it's still alive? And that could be as a result of North Carolina or just as a whole or whatever, but like just men in general. It could be the black man or whatever man. Just, do you think that that's still a thing?
I think it's a whole 10%er. I really do.
Mm.
Out of all my out of all my
Lord.
relationships,
Wow.
out of all, honey, not all, all, honey. It was just one young man, and he was very recent, and he was actually from Florida. And he was mad with the chivalry, like wouldn't even let me open my own car door type stuff. Like,
Wow.
yeah. But that was like, I haven't before him. I mean, what shit, get your own door, bitch.
Right. But but let me ask you this. Does it still exist even to the degree of, let's just say you opened your own door, you pulled out your own seat, but he still is offended about if you try to pay the check type of thing? Like, is it at least in the bill, or even all the way through the bill, it's nothing?
All the way, I mean,
All the way through the bill.
Generally all the way through the bill. I mean, if we don't let it be known from Jump Street, then you can forget it. You gonna go on and pay that. Like, we have to give a dude a hard time to like, listen, we going in here. I'm gonna purposely leave my purse in the car.
That's crazy.
Right.
I'm not
purposely leave my purse. I forgot my wallet at the house, babe. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I hope you know I'm not paying for this, right?
Right.
Yeah. You just go ahead and say it, because I'm not paying.
But I just feel like it would be more of a fight of the reverse, in the sense of like, because I don't know. To me, I just feel like that's just kind of like as much ego as men have. I don't even like when my mom or my sister pays for something for me. You know what I'm saying? Like that even makes me feel kind of like, you know, and most of the time when they're doing it, it's because I don't got money. You know what I'm saying? So it's, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a thing for me. So like I feel like it would have just been an easy, even if I was never taught to open doors, pull out the chair, compliment your hair, nails, whatever. I just felt like I always feel like the money thing would always be like the ego thing that would drive men to be like, nah, I'm paying for it.
Yeah, right.
You know y'all saying
It
that
changed. It can change.
No,
It
and I
used
mean
to
you
be
could
like that, but it's changed.
Yeah,
Because a whole lot of social media and the stigmatism behind women wanting money and this and that third. Now it's like
and being easy.
Frowned upon if a dude is throwing money away to a female. Now it's looked as if he keep his money in his pocket, now he winning. So now it's like if you can be trifling and keep your money, you winning, bruh.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, Tanesha, when you say, I guess women are looking, I know you didn't use the word thirsty, but I guess kind of more thirsty online. Like, what do you mean specifically? Like, as far as like when you say women looking like they want money or something like that, like what is?
You know how it's like what we was talking about last weekend when it comes to the women just, what are we gonna get out of the situation? Like when you think about it, a man, boom, he has sex with the female, he can have whatever his way. It's easier for him to be pleased and everything else like that. The women left feeling like she has nothing. So the thing in our mind is, okay, money. We can get his money. You know what I'm saying? Like his money is what's going to be able to take from something that he loves, because we love our body. We love this. Once they get that, it's a wrap. They love their money. So once you get their money, it's a wrap. I got my own money. I'm speaking. This is.
I got you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, when it comes to that, it's like once they realize, oh yeah, women, they know money. All the songs, Cardi B, you know, just everybody talking about how they can get a man money. City girls, all of them, you know. So the king has spoken. So yeah, that's pretty much basically what I was saying though. Like men figured it out that women want their money just like we know that men want our bodies. So if we can keep our body, we winning. And if they can keep their money, they winning. And it's just been got all crazy out here in these streets.
Yeah.
So basically, so it just over time, tables have just keep turning. Like so, like the men figured out something, the woman figured out something. Now the men have figured out something else, and so eventually the women will figure out something else. Basically.
Yeah, we get our own money.
Right.
Now
but I'm saying, how does that take away from the man? Because if you get your own money, doesn't that make him now want you to definitely pay for the bill or whatever the case may be?
Now it makes him have to. Now it makes him. You stupid boy. Now it makes him have to figure out another way to try to get us to give him what he wants. Because it's like, okay, I'm not worried about no money, I'm taking care of. I'm not worried about this, I'm taking care of. You're gonna have to come with real respect. You're gonna have to come with real stuff. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So if they feel like you got money, they probably gonna pay.
But let's back.
But money, they ain't gonna want to pay.
But I do get that point. But let's backtrack to something that you said earlier about the whole guys not wanting to pay the bill. Like you happen to make it clear that they have to pay the bill. So I'm saying, in that regards, as far as we're going back to that chivalry thing with the paying the bill, do you think that now that you have more money, that further solves his problem? Because you're saying that he already wants to not pay and keep his money. And so, so I'm saying, so if that sounds like he's already not leading with money in the first place, because he's already saying, I don't want to pay for
It's a mind thing. The reason why he's not leading with money in this certain case is because he feel like he's winning. But once you take that power away from him in that aspect,
because you showed up with money.
Because you showed up with money, it's not fun no more.
Right.
So now it doesn't matter whether he pays or not. It's like, well, she didn't need me to pay no way, so whatever, I can pay.
Yeah.
You know. But if he felt like you needed it, that's when he want to hold on to it, like, you know, like people do when they want power. But that's only them, you know, whack little boys that be doing it. A grown man ain't gonna be playing them type of games. That's little boys, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not all men that act like that. It's just them little boys who don't understand that they don't understand who they are. But that's a whole nother topic, you know. We're not even go there.
Well, then I ask you that question, Adrian. Do you think that men? Or let me, before I even ask that, do you have a particular like preference? Like, do you stick to strictly like black men? Are you like open to whatever? Or, like, how does it work?
Oh no, it's chocolate, honey.
Okay. Okay.
God
So
made
then,
me for chocolate and chocolate only.
no, and that's fine, and that's fine. But I wanted to make sure, so I wouldn't be asking broad questions, so I can go to specifically black men at this point.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to black men, do you think that they know what they want, and I mean that in terms of relationship wise, life, you know, whatever aspect you've seen, do you think that like black men as a whole, do we seem like I guess a species that, you know?
I mean, I was trying to really gather my thoughts for the most hallmark answer I could find, but I'm gonna go with the strong no. I'm gonna go with the
Gotcha.
strong no, and that's simply because of me, my experiences in dating, and even my past, tragic marriage, and my father, watching him and still being at a point where he's seconds away from like Velcro shoes, and he's still got the shenanigans going on. Like, I don't understand. You're about to be ready for a nursing home and you still out here with the gangs. Like,
Right.
I just don't understand it. And you're like
Right.
on your third marriage and everything like that. So I think that, and I'm not speaking that it's all broad, but I've had like I've dated different types of people. Like, and my dad is a different type of person that I've interacted with, even on levels of guys that I've been friends with.
Mm-hmm.
I do know some that are like more grounded, but if you're looking at a weighing portion, I think as a majority it's a strong no. And I think a lot of times if guys do have a strong foundation, it's because of they had a strong woman in their corner to help them get there. So most oftentimes it's a strong black woman. I'm just saying. Just saying,
Right.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
Are you do you feel negatively about interracial dating, especially when it comes down to black people? Not like I said, I know I'm clear about you, but I'm just saying just people in general.
I'm very open to it if it was like, the last man on earth type stuff for me. So I wouldn't say that I'm against it. I do find it sad to see that the term, when it comes down to the loose term of good black men, are generally with other races.
Right.
And that's the thing that finds me to be more frustrating, because like black women, we already have it hard out here. I mean, we are scraping the bottom of the barrel at this point. And the good ones, they get raised well, or they finally get to a point where maybe a African-American woman helped them get to that point, and now they feel, okay, to help my look, or the best person on my arm is an exotic woman,
Right.
or something like that. So yeah.
Gotcha. Tanesha, you're back sideways, just to let you know. Yeah. when your child turns your camera off and yeah.
So, give me a second.
There you go. You back right. There you
go. We go. We're back.
Tanesha, are you against the interracial dating, not for yourself as well as others?
Yeah, no.
But let me ask you this: does it matter? This is for both of y'all. Does it matter what race? Like, is it like if they were Hispanic compared to white, or is it equal across the board when it's just not a black person? And then even if they are black, let me ask you this as well. Even if they are black, are we talking about skin color, or are we talking about, like, I guess, origin, in the sense, because like we talking about like black, like no, I'm not talking about white. I'm talking about like somebody could be like a black Hispanic or something. Like they got dark skin, but they're Latino. Or are you talking about, or can they be like Haitian, Jamaican, African American? Like what's the category of the black on black, I guess, relationship that qualifies in
Everybody
your?
ain't black.
They're not, but that's what I'm asking. But I'm saying, but is it the skin color thing, or is it more of a your background?
It's more than just the skin color, because you got people from West India that they be dark. They black, but they don't act like us.
Yeah.
They don't act like us, and we don't think the same.
Yeah, at all.
A lot of these
At
men, they
all.
got different cultures. I'm from America,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm gonna just leave that
And
at
yeah,
that.
at that. At
At
that,
that.
I've tried to dip into the authentic pool,
Yeah.
and it's like too
Mm.
thick.
Too
Need some
thick.
water.
Too rough.
Like a thick ass
I'm
biscuit to
good.
me.
I'm good on
Is
them.
that molasses, nigga? No,
For real.
Oh wow.
Stick to what I know.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
But and so
I'm talking about black men like you from America.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Nobody else.
Gotcha.
Right.
So no Haitian American, like they was born in Miami, born and raised in Miami, but they family Haitian though.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, for me,
I mean,
Tanesha know
it's
I like
cool
them.
if
I
I'm
like
just
them a
playing
little.
around. It's cool if I'm just playing around. But I'm not gonna take them serious.
But so you saying you want African American is what you saying, Tanesha. Like you want
As far as like with what I can see myself with, because they crazy. And like it's a consistent crazy. Like you can go meet a different person, but of the same ethnic background, and they be with the same stuff. It's like that's what y'all do over there. That's how y'all talk to y'all women. That's how y'all treat y'all women. That's how you act when something you ain't. You know what I'm saying? I'm from America. I'm going to say what I want to say. I'm gonna do what I want to do.
now that's
American
interesting.
Black woman,
Now that's
baby.
interesting. Now let me ask you this, because I never even looked at it from that standpoint, but it makes a good point. Like so you're saying that these, just say the exotic men, the foreign men, like they are disrespectful to the women, right? But then on the flip side, the American men are getting nothing but respect from their women. So
I bet.
So
they
what I'm
upgrade,
saying,
so
no, right. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying, how much do you think that plays into the decision making? Because I guess like if let's just say like if their men treated y'all like goddesses, like way better than anybody else or whatever, would that change the perception as opposed to I guess because I think that it is true what you said, Adriana. Like some men kind of go after the trophy women so they get the exotic whatever. But even if it's not an exotic person, I think some people just marry outside of their race or whatever because it just may be a natural attraction to just the look of that. I just like Puerto Ricans. I like whatever their thing may be. But what I'm saying is, I think that black women are attracted to other races as well. But I think that because I guess what I'm asking is it because of the lack of the respect, like because it downgrades, like you said, is that more of a thing, or is it just because you just really want to stick to the black man?
It ain't because I just want to I mean, well, they got something to do with it. Let's be clear, okay? My mama black, my daddy black, we black.
Oh, you had to get gangster. Oh, you had to get gangster with it.
Black. Hey.
We black. No, but I guess we got something to do with it. I mean, it's just all the way I feel right now is just got a lot to do with my past situations. What I didn't realize.
Yeah.
I didn't realize, I didn't talk to people outside of my race. This is that and the third, Puerto Rican people, and nothing against them. It's just that I don't have time. Like I'm black, and I realize that in certain ways that I grew up, that's instilled in me how I am, and I can't tolerate other people's stuff. That's not, some stuff people do that think is normal. It's not. I don't want to offend nobody, so I'm not gonna start calling out stuff. But
Right.
no, I'm good on you. Mm-hmm. And Jamaicans and Africans talk real rough. Like, I haven't met a soft-spoken one yet.
Yeah.
Even the preachers, like they rough people, man.
Right.
I'm good on that. I can't. Haitians, they rude sometimes. A lot of times they feel like they stop our saying all day.
They stop by saying all day.
All day. all day.
Yeah, but they cool to hang around. I love these people. Like I have
Listen.
friends, they cool to hang around. But when you start getting into deep relationships and like religions and a lot of these people from other places, they okay with witchcraft. They okay with the voodoo. They're not. They was raised up as that being okay. Like, nah, I'm good. Black people in America pretty much got the same struggle, know the same thing, got the same we communicate the same.
Right. We either all believe in God or it's like Nation of Islam. Like it's something close. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't nothing way off. Like, you know,
right. Keep it simple.
The sun.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
Adrian, I mean, what do you say? Say as far as the respect factor in comparison to just wanting to stick with black men, like where do
you know, I'm a little more open to it, you know, because I kind of like the crazy. I kind of like it a little bit. So I've grown to love. If I'm gonna be open to it, you've had to be within the seas. You know, I need to be able to understand your lingo. Now it's okay if you go back and forth a little bit when I make you mad, or you know, if I make you happy. Okay. But other than that, I can't go too deep past those. Like I can't. Like I really can't.
So they got to be a little bit Americanized with it.
Yeah,
not
like
fresh
you got
out the boat.
Yeah, not fresh out the boat. Like your outfits got to make sense. Your clothes got to make sense. Like
not
you know,
fresh out the boat.
You can't be doing Jesus.
She looking at this nigga like, wait, hold on, wait. You just got here? No, go back.
Yeah.
you too fresh.
Yeah, you too fresh. You too fresh. Yeah.
I don't need you mad at me for something that's normal here. Okay?
Yeah.
We argue about stuff because you don't understand that this is what we do here.
Exactly. Nah.
I've been in situations like that. Like I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
Can you give a specific about one of them, Tanesha?
Of course.
You ain't gotta mention names or whatever, but yeah.
I won't.
Right.
I know better. So Adriana actually met this particular person like he was from Great Britain. And he had only been in America almost about a year when I met him. And it was, I had said, okay, whatever. You know how we be like, all right, whatever, it's whatever. Listen, that we would get in, I say, okay, whatever, so much that, come on now, I can't even stop saying it for real.
Right.
Every time I would ever say, okay, whatever, no, mad disrespectful. Like, you're mad disrespectful. I'm like, because I said whatever. I'm like, we say that here. Whatever just mean like, it's whatever. Like, you'd be like, he'll say, you know, you want to eat this? I'm like, not really, I want this. He go, okay, but what about this? And I'm like, all right, it's whatever. See, that's mad disrespectful. I'm asking you a question. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the heck? We say about stuff like that all the time. It be so dumb to me. I'm like, I can't believe we in here yelling.
Right.
Real hard. Arguing ain't yet over
okay, whatever.
Right. And I would say it in text, like, all right, whatever. All right, cool. It's whatever. Everything is everything.
And he's snapping.
I'm talking about that's like basically telling me it don't matter what I think and what I feel right now. Me trying to effort I'm giving you is what it doesn't matter. I'm like, no, it don't matter though. Like, but it's not the effort that's not mattering. It's whatever we eat don't matter to me.
Right.
So that's what I'm doing for others, man.
Well, two things. One, we just lost Adrian. I think she'll probably get called back. I don't know. I don't know if she lost signal or what happened. And then you're back sideways. It happened when her thing hung up. There you go.
Let me text her. Hold on. You want me to text her?
Yeah, you can. See if I can pause this.
Can you still back?
Nah, you good. We back in action.
I couldn't even see myself, but it's cool.
I probably got like two more questions for you, Adriana, and then we'll let you get on out
All right.
Whoever fast food restaurant parking lot you in that you're getting your Wi-Fi. whatever checkers you at or whatever.
Yeah, it's more like Ross and Dick's. Yeah, Ross.
Right. So what I was gonna say. So are you, if you don't mind me asking, so are you in a relationship now?
I'm actually not. I'm actually just as open as a library, honey. So I'm around here just city girling.
So
Okay, making a little
then some
shift
people
on the
that think
team.
they're in a relationship with her, they think they're in a relationship with her.
Baby boy. The gag though. Okay. Yeah. Keep it cute.
Okay, so Adrian, you can answer first. This is a question for both of y'all. So what is y'all stance on the? Because this is the message of women of not nowadays. If guys can do it, we can do it.
I am with that wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly.
Do you mind elaborating?
Yes. I feel like life is too short. We have been like so groomed to be like what with one person, and we're like, it's been so old school, and our parents teach us just sit down, if you like them, then take your time liking them and stuff. But it's just when you think about the pain that you go through, and you think about how many trillions and millions of fine men that God took the time to create, one eyeball and one limb at a time, and you just want to make sure that before you really get out here and do this foolishness again and risking your heart broken, that hey, I just might want to try a little strawberry here, a little butter pecan there, and why do I have to wait one at a time? I want it all on my plate, and let's see which one I like the most. And if I don't like none, I'm gonna throw the whole plate away, because that's what guys do anyway. And it's easier not to get any feelings involved. It's easier to protect yourself that way. So and yeah, who won't check me? I wait.
So okay, check you.
Tanesha, go ahead.
I'm over here.
Tanesha, turn you back sideways. You back sideways. But why you
my
fix
phone
yourself?
Not moving.
I know, but you good. So go ahead. What you say? Obviously you're on board, but what's your take?
Well, it just is what it is. Anything you can do, I can do better. Try to do me bad, but I can do it to you better.
Clever.
So is this a revenge thing, or is this just a
something like that?
It's a whatever happens.
Yeah, whatever happens happens, because life is too short.
If you giving me this, I'm giving you that too. If I feel like it,
I'm mirroring your actions.
I might not feel like it.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this: at the end of this race, for both genders, do you think that no? I'm saying it figuratively. At the end of the road, like when, because what I'm assuming is everybody has a stopping point, and some people die the whole whatever, and that's on men and women's side. But most sensible people, it's like after a while, it may not be a set age, but eventually, like it's okay, I'm done with this. Now I'm ready to whatever. So what I'm saying is, at the end of that road, do you think that the woman comes out with the shorter end of the stick if the truth is presented on the table? Like, I'm not saying like if you go into like your new relationship and you're like, oh no, it was only 3 people. I'm saying like if you laid all your cards out, and if a guy gets into a new relationship and laid all his cards out, do you think the way we live, the society we live in today, do you think that the woman comes out with the short end of the stick? Not that you have to care about it or whether it matters to you or not, but I'm saying, but do you think that her value decreases more than the man's with the same amount of bodies?
You asked me this later. I said what I said.
What did you say? I don't remember. I didn't know. I
don't remember.
Well, what's your answer?
No, not for real. Because who can prove it?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said if the cards are on the table. I'm not talking about if you can tuck stuff away. I'm not talking about taking stuff to your grave. I'm saying if the cards are on the table for both people, a man with the same amount of bodies, a woman with the same amount of bodies, go into 2 different brand new relationships, and the truth is laid out on the table. Do you think that the woman's gets the short end of the stick because her value decreased more than the man's.
No, I don't think she, no. Cause like, it's like, let's be real. If somebody wants you, bro, they don't care who had you. They don't care who got you. They don't care who had you. They don't care who got you.
But that's why I put it in a I guess in a marriage situation. It don't even have to be that deep. But I'm just saying, regardless of that, I'm just saying the mindset of how society views men and women. What I'm saying is, I get the stance that women like, you know, like boom, we're gonna do our thing, and I'm for it. I'm not knocking it, whatever. But I'm saying, but once this is all said and done, like most of the time, men, they can be a hoe all they want to, and then once they're just done, it's just like, yeah, I mean, he married now, he a deacon in the church, he whatever. But back in the day, he was the man. So what I'm saying is, do women get that same, you know, Letterman jacket, if you will, when it's all said and done?
I think so now, because the city girls, thanks to the city girls. I don't think it was always like this.
But I'm saying, but they haven't reached that. They haven't reached that end though. Like they're in it now. It's not an end of the road thing.
Oh, you saying basically when this whole era,
when it's all said and done. When it's all said and done.
Yeah, I think it's. I don't think we're gonna get the short end of the stick because it's like we '90s babies. The people before, I feel like each generation come, they just get more wilder and wilder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't see them like reverting back to, you know, back in the day with our grandmas and parents and them, you know, getting scared to wear some dang on shorts outside.
Yeah.
So you
see going back to that.
So you saying because everybody kind of went through it together, it'll just all be the same in the result, kind of like it'll be just a. I feel that. Mm-hmm. What you say, Adriana?
No, I didn't go through anything with that.
I definitely agree. I mean, especially not being so. Especially being so fluid now. I mean, if you can be fluid, you definitely can accept everything else.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
I mean, I'm not fluid, but to those of who are, I think that
Right.
should also be accepted. Yeah.
No, that's real. That's real.
Yeah. I think a real good thought card should be accepted.
But see, I would say this from I can't speak for all men, but I would say this from my perspective. I think that is true as long as it's the truth. Like I don't ever want to be in a position where I get embarrassed. Like we walk in a room and a bunch of people start laughing because of whatever. Like like if I walk into a room, I need to know what this is. Like because if I at least know, because I'm cool. Like everybody have lives before you meet somebody. I'm not whatever, but I'm saying, but don't try to hide it. And then, like I said, then I'm out here looking crazy. Then that's when it's a deal.
If they laugh when you walk in a room, though, they haters.
But I'm saying, if I know why they're laughing, it's a total different thing. But if I'm like,
what's funny?
But I'm saying, but if they laugh, because I wasn't the person laughing or being laughed at, but I was there when it happened, and I knew why they were laughing, and I was just like, I don't ever want that to happen to me. Like that right there.
Dang. Cause I don't care.
Listen to me. And that may just be a guy and a girl thing, but what I'm saying is, from a guy perspective, you don't ever want to walk in a room full of guys.
Ego. Yeah.
And let's just say, and everybody in that room done hit, including you. Like that's something that guy needs to know.
Yeah, they all want it.
You feel me? That's because he's going to get disrespected, is what I'm saying.
They wanted her.
Tanesha, I can't with you.
They wanted her.
I can't even listen to Rudy with you with this.
But I'm saying.
What you're saying, it makes.
But I'm saying, everybody. But if everybody's in that category, then it won't matter after a while. Is what you're saying.
I guess.
Like I said, for me, as long as the cards on the table, I'm not tripping. Like, I don't care about the past. I care about the present and the future. And if you know, I just can't be out here looking crazy. But I didn't not to that degree, but I've been made look crazy before.
But can I say something real quick?
Mm-hmm.
The thing about it is, like, a lot of things, like, you know that song, girls talk about the da-da-da-da too, or men talk about this is this too, whatever, having that little song goes. The thing is this, y'all don't understand that females don't want that with no dude either. We just don't broadcast it, but we call them community
Yeah.
leaders, bro.
Yeah.
I
And
know, I
like,
understand.
if you
I
a
get that.
community, if you a community type dude,
We don't want no
like,
community dick.
everybody can hire you. You easy. We good on you, baby. You
We
just
already
go.
said, oh, that's community dick right there. No, thank you.
Yeah. No thanks.
No, but I
Okay.
feel that. I didn't necessarily think otherwise, but I just know that a lot of men will just be like, I don't want to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't tell me nothing, whatever, like that. And for me, I'm saying,
Yeah, you're right.
do I necessarily have? I don't necessarily have to. I just need to know. I need to know things that could come up. Like if something happened deep dark and you know for a fact it was just you there, like whatever. But I'm saying like, but if this can be a thing, if this can be trending,
Yeah.
like I need to know that. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't have to know every single thing, but if this could be a thing, I need to know that.
I need to know that one thing that everybody else knows.
Right. I need to know that. I need to know that.
And I need to know
That's
what
what I need to know.
Right.
right now.
I don't need to be out here fighting for no reason and then it be true. Like,
Like
no, she
everybody.
didn't. No, she didn't.
They send you the picture,
Right.
the screenshot. Oh,
Like, dog, I got the video, right? You be like, come on. You couldn't have told me.
you couldn't have told me that.
Right. So I guess my final question, Adriana, which is the title of this podcast, if you will. Do you
We
mind?
both gonna ask her.
Okay, well, you ask her. Go for it.
No, you ask her, and then I ask her because the answer gonna be different for both of us.
So you want me to ask only from a man perspective? Because I was going to ask from both.
Yours.
Okay.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, do the word bitch, okay? Do you mind if that word is referred to you as a title? And if you do or don't mind, who do you do or don't mind from? Like, so I asked Tanesha, like, do you mind women, gay men, straight men, so on and so forth?
You know what? I do and I don't mind the word. Simply because of the cultural use. You know, in our culture, we use a lot of terms that others wouldn't use that may seem derogatory, but it simply isn't a term of endearment sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you turn around and get an attitude with me and you say, okay, then okay, it's a problem. But if a nigga's like, oh, that's my bitch, and I'm like, yes, babe, it is, you know. So like, I'm doing it right, babe. That's my nigga, like, you know. So like,
that is hilarious.
I mean, you know, and I tend to hone in when I'm talking to somebody, I'm dating someone. I hone in on the terms they use for me. So if they call me a queen or whatever, they call me beautiful. Okay, so you raised right.
Mm-hmm.
But if you call me, you know, that's a bad bitch. Listen, you finna be my bitch. I'm like, okay, so you a hood crazy nigga. Okay, I see what I'm finna get myself into. So it just tells you a lot about somebody.
Right.
They use it. Now,
Right.
I mean, now if it's someone who is, gay or whatever, I don't know the terms used these days about to have an attorney situation if you say the wrong thing.
Right.
But you know, that's the homegirl situation too, so that's fine. But it's like it just depends on the way it's used, basically.
So
and
that's no matter what. So like even with a woman, man, or whatever, like it as long as it just depends on the context and whatever.
Yeah, the context. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
Tanesha, did you still want to ask a different way, or that covered the?
No, that was it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because if Tanesha said that's my best bitch, I'll be like, show Liz Pooh. But if somebody say that dirty
all day.
who you talking to? Take everything off. It's nothing, everything. Flats and all. Give me a second.
I'm mad because you called me.
I got a red tail cone face.
Oh my goodness. Well, what I would tell you, Adriana, this has definitely been as entertaining as I figured it would. Even when she told me that, as soon as she mentioned her name, I was like, absolutely, let's do it.
Definitely. You can have me back. You can have me back because I have no muzzle. You know, I'm with it. Any platform to talk, honey. Any platform.
We can go deeper. I didn't want to get too deep in your business on this, on this first.
Oh no, it's cool because the way I see it is that God sees all and He knows all. So what am I lying to man for?
No, that's real. That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
real.
I'm not going to hell for you. I'm gonna listen. I gotta go see Him. So
I'm not gonna waste my sin on you.
Yeah, for real. I tell it first, honey.
That's real.
Like trying to
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
I don't even be
So I
spinning for real.
So
Yeah.
Tanesha, did you have anything else? Whether it was a comment, question, concern?
I just want to remind people to go look at her YouTube channel and get to know more about her because it's actually really lit.
Gang, gang.
Like for real.
Gang, gang.
Gang gang.
Thank you, Cool. Gang, gang.
That's my best friend. That's my.
Yes, Cool. Yes, Cool.
You
Thanks,
gotta.
Cool. Oh, thanks, Cool. Thank you. And she'll be back. She'll be back.
Well, Adriana, shout out your stacks of Instagram tags.
Yes,
and everything again.
yes. Okay, so YouTube, Dreamy Diamonds, of course. Come holler at your girl, see you, girl. You know, check me out, subscribe or whatever. Give me a little like to it. And then Instagram, definitely Dreamy Diamonds, the same, _ at the end. It's just as simple as it sounds. DRI, me Diamonds, of course. And then Dri Styles on Facebook. Those are the main platforms I'm always on. I don't know Snapchat off the phone. So sorry.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
Check
And
it out.
is there a Tiny Rose out there somewhere? We got a SoundCloud.
We dropped the Rose. We dropped that.
Okay, just Tiny. Okay.
No, we still got Rose out there. But you know, I don't even be on that one like that. Unless I'm creeping on somebody's page, but that's another story. So, my Instagram is Tani, TAUNI.ENT. That's our IG. And y'all don't need to see my snaps because they don't got nothing to do with this.
Two different avenues.
Well, y'all got both of y'all got y'all Snapchats tucked, boy. Y'all ain't.
I don't remember it.
Hey, that happened to be the only one Adriana don't remember. She remember all her stacks on stacks, but the Snapchat, she like, I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's private access now. That's private access.
I was about to say, I know your Snap sis. Want me to tell them?
Yeah, right.
I remember it.
Right.
That is hilarious.
I remember.
Well, for myself, man, Rudy Wilson, Willy Nilly if you're nasty on Instagram. No Life Boys Productions on YouTube and Instagram. And also, I revamped my website, rudycomedy.com. That has all content, my podcast stuff, individual stuff. You know, I basically had somebody help because I was struggling. I done had this website forever, been paying for it forever, and I was like, yo, this shit is hard to keep up with. So it's back up, and I got all my content coming to one place. I'm gonna try to eventually just only use that as much as possible, but you know, don't nobody know about it yet, so you know, we'll get it out there. Adriana, thank you again so much. Like I said, whenever you want to come out, you just let us know. If we don't hit you up fast enough, you want to come talk some shit, let me know. You'll be more than welcome back.
Definitely.
Sis, appreciate you again. This was dope. Tell your baby to get some control next time. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't be doing my nephew like that now. Don't be doing him. We are not finna take this. We are not.
Really love my baby for real. Really love my baby for real.
I know. I gotta get more. I gotta get more time.
All right, we out.